This is my early days when my dream was to go to sea on ships, and you can, they get to choose. They say, where's Meegan? Where is he? And somebody said, oh, this person is Meegan, and in fact that's a very old lady, but they just, that's a joke, you see, humour. There I am, age 5, and there I am, age 8, and from the age of 5, this age, I wanted to go on ships, and here is my ship. And this is the ship called the Trafalgar, and it's off Cape Town, and it's actually in the Kobe Marine Centre, the original on chart paper. And I joined the ship in Kobe. I ran up Rocco in those days. I was 20 something, and there's a plastic model in Japan of this ship. There was at the time, and I was senior third officer on that ship. And there's my British ticket, second mate. Now, when I was 18, I saw an advert in a newspaper, and I found my way to this beautiful ship. It was called Captain Scott at the time. It's since been purchased by Oman, but it used to be British. And this was particularly good for me because I saw it on the calendar of the university, and I thought, well, that's my ship. And I actually was here on this side, on the starboard side of the ship here. Just there, I slipped. It was wet. It's called a gunnel, and I was in the water, and I managed to put up an arm back, and there happened to be a bit of rope there, and I got it, and I pulled myself back on the boat, and then got back, which was the job to go over the mast and back down again. And I always used to be the fastest on the ship for that, but on this occasion I was third. There it was. Wow, wonderful memories, just 18. I have a sailing ship discharge in my papers, which is almost unique in Britain. Well, my first dreams was to go to sea, and then I came to Japan. From just before joining this ship, I met a Japanese lady, and then one begins marriage, which has gone on for 34 years at this point. Ayumi is the daughter, and she's a singer, and the great artist professor here, Kazuo Inoue, he listened to her tapes. She has a feeling and a sense of rhythm which was impressive for me. I suppose she got other talents because of my daughter. Well, I don't know about singing. Can be a good singer of message song. We can rarely meet message singers these days. After World War II, we had a lot of such singers. So, the relationships, here we are, and they were babies crossing the Rio Grande. This is the wetbacks entering the USA, and I joined the Mexicans, and that was that. The father-in-law, Dr. Hideo Matsumoto, is a great Japanese scientist in superconducting. You can see his medal, which we have. Students, of course, they come. Homestay in Gifu is wonderful. This is my mother-in-law. This is me when I was 16. I left home at 16. I had great experience to join the Japanese Coast Guard and do special lessons. We obtained good results training owing to your efforts. Excellent training technique. I say thank you again. This is from the marine side, which has vanished so much from this particular campus. I was lecturer on the Peace Boat and also on the Queen Elizabeth II. And these are my own early days. Look, I was the third mate. No, I was a cadet here. Manchester Ship Canal. Wonderful memories. We actually got stuck in the canal. This was a scandal at the time. And always the beautiful oceans. I always lived dreams. New Zealand. And this is the ship over here. It is the sailing ship. There it is. Right. from the top of the mast and all of that. I used to love to do that. Now I can't, I'm too old. These are the sort of things, this is the kind of background which no professor has really at this university now. International, currently valid watchkeeping ticket, yes. Career on board, watchkeeping, navigation. Special training in Maritime English I have. Certificate of the Japan Coast Guard, formerly the Japan Maritime Safety Agency. Editing maritime papers, I know what they're about, my experience, and just so many things. I actually at this period had the special prize of the Chief Examiner of Captains and Officers of the UK. My journal, my adventures have been promoted in these newspapers. I taught the Kobe ship inspectors. I'm of course in the Kobe Marine, the Kansai Marine Club, and all of these things. Here's something here. I was at Ghana, and a professor there told me of another professor who had a son who came to one of my classes in Kobe, and he said to his dad, "Meegan is the best teacher in the world." But these days I'm considered by the leadership as not that. It's a very bizarre situation and a dangerous situation also. Okay, and then just slipping away here, the chart of where I grew up on the River Medway, which inspired me to go to sea. It was exactly this river and a life of unending adventure which led to the longest walk. I knew how small the world was, and I thought one could walk across this. It's not a big planet. We're not Jupiter. So that came from that, and there's the book. And there's a later version of that. You can read my book. Of course, the students would rather read manga, the comics. Okay, that's that.